The Code of Conduct for the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement and NGOs in disaster relief was developed in 1994 as a tool to set standards of behavior for humanitarian organizations. Since then, climate change, population growth, urbanization, and other factors have greatly increased the numbers of vulnerable people around the world. The need for humanitarian action is growing, and it's becoming more complex, challenging, and dangerous. The Code is still relevant in today's world. Most likely, the Code of Conduct has already been signed by your organization. Over 400 have done so. The Code speaks to us, humanitarians, and includes our common values and practical lessons from years of experience. As humanitarians, we are expected to live up to the Code. The first principle means that all people affected by disaster or armed conflict have a right to receive assistance and protection. This is the overarching principle. The next three principles in the Code of Conduct remind humanitarians about their motivation as being the alleviation and prevention of human suffering. Principle 2 says that aid must be impartial or based only on need. Principle 3 says that aid will not be used to further any particular political or religious standpoint. Principle 4 is about retaining independence from political and public authorities. This ensures humanitarian agencies can respond according to their impartial assessment of need. Principles 5, 6, 7, and 8 emphasize the need to respect and work with the affected population in their context. All people and communities, even in times of disaster, possess capacities as well as vulnerabilities. Where possible, we need to help people become more resilient. Principle 9 highlights the importance of being accountable to those we seek to assist, not only to those who provide resources. We as aid providers often find ourselves in positions of power. Accountability is about using our power with integrity. Principle 10 is about portraying disaster-affected people as dignified human beings. In the way we portray affected people, we demonstrate what we think of them. Public information can perpetuate stereotypes and can reinforce the idea of disaster-affected people as passive recipients of aid. Humanitarian concerns are greater than any single organization can address. Humanitarian action involves a complex interplay of communities, organizations, governments, and institutions. The Code includes 3 annexes that describe the working environment for humanitarian organizations. Applying the code requires a good understanding of context, and it requires good judgment. The principles of the code can help humanitarian organizations navigate day-to-day decisions guided by our values and principles, so we can have access to affected populations and are safely able to address human suffering. The Code of Conduct, as most professional codes, is a voluntary one. It relies on self-regulation. Let each of us pick it up once again, read it, analyze it, and work with our organizations to ensure it is upheld.